airplanes declare the end of summer. Now that I've graduated, September feels like a threat, a confrontation with life. So I'm wondering what I should be doing. I didn't really go outside today. I've got the feed from my field recorder going right into my headphones on high sensitivity. So I'm hearing every little detail. I feel like a cat. There's so many cats lurking around where I live. If I'm in a hurry, they avoid me, but if I just sit down, taking in the surroundings, they'll come up to me. They kind of know I'm in cat mode, I think. The other day a black cat was in the alley and I started following it. I was going through different strangers' backyards. I thought that if someone asked what I was doing, I'd just say, I'm following a cat. And they'd think it's my cats and they'd think it would be normal for me to be in their backyard. But really I think the cat was running away from me. Next morning I was trying to record a squirrel who was eating a nut, but I think I made him shy. He hid away in a tree, but I could still hear him. Why is there a helicopter? Holy fuck.
God's burning.
Massive sinkhole swallows East End intersection. Maxwell and Cosburn. I bike by there every day on my way to work.
Just happened.
Wow. I'm gonna go over there and take a look. That's interesting. What the fuck? We're here at the site of the hole. They're carrying buckets into the hole with the water and scooping out the water in the hole. They're pouring water into the sucking machine. I'm with Donovanesque News. Do you want to be on our show?
I had no idea. I saw the helicopters and I was just like, what's going on? And then he took a bike ride out and he's like, there's a giant sinkhole. So we came out to check it out.
How'd that happen, huh?
I have no idea. I think they just fixed it like recently too. They were doing work on this, but I don't remember when.
Yeah.
But I feel like they just did work here, so it's bananas.
Just the hole.
Which is good.
Well, thank you for your perspective on the hole. What are your names?
Tess and Jennifer.
This is with Donovanesque News. Thank you. Sometimes there's a hole in the ground suddenly. Sometimes there's a hole and you didn't see it coming. There's a giant hole. Someone I knew died recently. He drowned. He was kind of a mentor. I'd been out on his boat at the end of July, and then I found out a couple weeks later he'd just drowned. Kind of a freak accident and terrible. I'm happy I saw him though before he was gone. He was a very vibrant, animated, loving person. I wouldn't have seen it coming. At the same time, at the pool I work at, some of the lifeguards I manage saved a life.
All right, so as guard in shallow end as one does, this woman at the bottom, very shaky, like she's a bit older, very shaky though. She asked for a life jacket. I referred her to get one. Within 10 seconds of her putting it on, she's face down in the shallow end. I quickly get into action. I go right beside the wall, just pick her up because she was right there. And then she had like a death grip on my leg. Like I've never been grabbed so hard. After like 2 seconds, we start bringing her to the ladder. She gets out just with a little assistance and drops. It looks like she's breathing, but no air's coming out. Yelling at all the guards to get shit done because I need my equipment. So we start off getting some compressions done. We get the AED on, we have the mask on. We have people yelling at us, like looking at us. Like anywhere you look, there's just people standing there with their kids. There's people filming. There's like people on the phone, like giving their play-by-plays on what they were seeing. We do our first 2 cycles. We see some water come out of her mouth. So we know that is whatever we're doing is working. By the 3rd cycle after the breaths, she's back to consciousness. We put her in the semi-prone and then paramedics came. But she was unconscious, not breathing, and those compressions and breaths saved her life.
Fuck. So you saved a life?
Yeah, me and my boy saved a life. Doing CPR for the first time is a bit different, like is doing on the training dummies, as you don't really know how hard to go. So I started off not as hard as I went, but every other one it was getting harder and harder, and yeah, those frail ribs were damaged. I had tunnel vision. Like nothing else around me was really happening. I was just in the moment. I trusted my trainings as well as like the other trainings. So I was like, I knew I was ready. Like I was trained for this. I was born for this. Born to save lives.
You're a hero.
Yeah.
Best guard.
Best guard. Best guard.
Managing a pool, I'm mentoring a lot of young people who are doing a job that could get very serious very quickly, as you heard. And because it's so seasonal, there's a bit of a melancholy when things close down and the plug is pulled and the pool is drained.
End of summer. Wrapping it up. How was the summer season? This is my first ever summer season working as a fucking lifeguard. You know that?
Me too.
I was the camp counselor last year for disabled kids. Vibe. But this shit hit different, bro. Honestly, I feel fucking amazing. I've been waiting on this podcast for fucking all month. I keep on telling Luke, Luke, I'd rather get paid than go on, but he never puts me on. But now that I'm on, it's all okay. Anyway.
Do it again. You go louder. First time was 1964.
What was that like?
Was crowded in 64 because we were baby boomers. The kids ruled because there were so many of us. The largest birth contingent in history. My mom brought my brother and I. I couldn't swim at the time. I stayed in the shallow end. For me to come back for such a long time, you really have to be disciplined to clear the space out of your day to do it. And so long ago I realized that if I made excuses for swimming, I would never get here. There would always be something in the way. So after all that time, and since I'm the oldest consistent patron of the pool, you do get a possessive feeling for it. So I really love this place. I would be very sad if they closed this pool. I would be very, very sad. I know they have no plans for that, but this seems to be a very nice setup here. It's a very nice pool. When I see kids who, they'll swim in front of me to see if they can get a reaction, purposely annoy me, I could see that goes on in every generation. I see kids grow up, and so sometimes I'll see a bratty kid, but nowadays I know that they develop into the nicest young adults that you could ever meet. Sometimes I wonder if I've put my time to the best use, but swimming every day provides me with a springboard to do other things in my life, whereas a lot of my friends have difficulty walking short distances and physically fit because of the pool. I've seen people who also have gone to the pool for decades. The pool's done the same for them.
Thank you very much. You're
welcome.
Thank you.
I'm excited for the fall, but I'm not excited that this pool closes. We miss it so much when it's closed. I think we'd all be here even when it was like really kind of cool outside if we could be allowed in. I have been coming every morning to swim for an hour from 10 to 11. I swim partly on my back and I look up at the sky and I watch the hawks whenever they fly over. A couple of them often do. And I look at the trees and listen to the landscape sounds of humans and birds. It's nice to sort of become aware of the rhythm of just the use of the land around here, who's walking by. Even though I don't see these people until next year when we all turn up to swim again, it kind of gives me a sense of connection. Indoor pools, I don't mind the chlorine, but it's not the same vibe usually at all. And there are some very aggressive swimmers in the indoor pool.
Yeah, I think there's more of a peace here.
I agree. People are more respectful usually, and and I find that I can relax more. I mean, I swim nonstop for an hour, but I swim at my own rhythmic pace, and I'm certainly not one of the wannabe Olympians.
So yeah, it's September, and I'm seeing everyone going back to school, and I'm not a part of that for the first time. Whether it's like the schoolyards in the neighborhood or like these crazy orientation things that like take up entire blocks. But I was making a documentary with some students from OCAD-U, which is the country's oldest art school. I got to understand some people who are really committing themselves to the art life.
Yeah, school, learning, dealing with the monotony of practice, doing the stuff that's pretty boring, but you kind of have to do it. And even like if you do this stuff that's fun, it's pretty boring too. I kind of got validation because I was like the only artist in like the school or whatever. And then like people were like, oh dude, like this guy's cool. And then I was like, yeah, I am cool. Especially when I first came into OCAD, I think I was like pretty hot shit. And then I realized I suck ass. I was lacking so much knowledge. So I started like studying relentlessly for like 3 years. Which I think led to some good stuff, but I kind of lost a lot of creativity, I think, during that time too, because there was just a lot of just painting what you see or drawing what you see. You know, it's better for me to kind of just take it one step at a time and like really enjoy the process instead of I gotta make this like really cool painting and then like paint it and then the painting's gonna be done and then everybody's gonna love me.
What do I do? I don't fucking know. Lately, like when someone asks me, like a coworker asks me, like, what kind of work do you make? You know, it's like weird stuff. Like, it's really bad. Like, that's all I have to say. Because I don't know. Like, I'm sitting here measuring deodorant to, like, upsell it. Like, is that art?
Sure.
Is that good art? I don't know.
Feels like reality satire. Not like satirizing a specific thing, but just like, it's kind of just like a really good bit to be alive.
If you keep doing that, there's moments where you do get some kind of revelation.
Yeah.
It does make you feel crazy, though. Because, like, you're not doing anything, really.
Yeah.
You're just doing shit. Is it not like that in, like, film school, for example?
It's not as conceptual. It's very like in the weeds of it all, you know?
The problem with, like, getting too conceptual, which is gonna happen with fine art people in a school, it becomes a lot of you are the art. People want to be weirder than each other, and, like, people get to be weird around each other. So it's just, like, a weird fest. Which is entertaining, but also, like, really accelerates you out of real life.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a performative weird fest competition, and so you're a nerd about being weird, and then you get out of school and you're just like obsessed with like that, and what even is that, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's too like removed from everything else. When I'm like at work scooping ice cream, like I feel like genuine peace and joy that I'm not used to at school. And then I go back to the basic, like, formula in my brain of art is, like, things that are beautiful. And then I find a moment of peace in, like, regular life. And I'm like, oh, so this is art? It's like I overthunk into nothing. I used to love drawing, which I still do. I still love drawing. But I used to really simply love drawing and thinking and biting my nails. Those were, like, the things I loved.
Yeah.
I drew a picture, and people liked it. And I put it on the wall, and people like it again. Now let's, like, zoom into the thinking and biting nails stuff and resolve that.
Yeah.
But that's, like, unresolvable. Because my nails keep growing back, and thinking is endless. That's most of what I look at in a day, I think.
Your nails?
Yeah. It's a really big part of my life. A lot of the time I spend is in, like, a diluted, like, micro detailed, like, series of resolutions. For example, I need to get that piece. Like, you know, like, I'm not thinking about biting my nails. It's like, oh, I can't wait to get home and, like, focus on getting that piece.
Wow.
Like, you know.
That's so funny. I feel like it makes me think of my grandma who's like lives alone, and she's like, I can't wait to go home and put on my nightgown.
Yeah.
Like, feel the nightgown on my body.
Let's.
That's what she talks about when we're having like dinner together.
Yeah, your grandma seems like a really like sensuous person.
Yeah.
That like has her shit figured out.
Yeah.
That's really all you need, you know.
Thank you for listening to this episode. Thank you to everyone who lended their voices to it. If you want to write into the show for whatever reason, you can email me at donovanesquepod@gmail.com. You know, just give yourself a moment, do some stretching, take some breaths, kind of see what's happening around you. I'll leave you with the sound of rain on a skylight